Good morning, everybody. Well, it's not raining, so that's a good thing. Got the skid steer ruckus rake grading bucket. Just dumped a load of riprap. Got the mini, D6 compactor, Komatsu dozer, off-road dump truck, 220. Got plenty of equipment. Should have plenty to do today. At least plenty of equipment to run. So, game plan for today is to come down here. Got one more load of riprap coming. I'm going to go ahead and cut out well, I've already cut it out. I'm going to lay some fabric in there and go ahead and put some riprap in there for a nice little channel right there. As that water comes out of that meadow strip right there, it's got a nice rock barrier right there to keep that from eroding out. And he wants to cut a couple like little small shallow spots in here, like very shallow, for some like little fish breeding areas. So I may kind of incorporate that in and put it right there and put some rock on it. So just kind of got a nice little area right here, and if he doesn't like it, it'll be very easy to dig it out. That's what the fish guy said, was cut some nice little shelves in here for little fish to have a place to hide and everything. And then I'm going to load the rest of that rock up into the off-road truck, go all the way up there, do the same thing in the head section, and then also do one around the outfall pipe for a nice little dissipator pad right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the excavator and clean the dirt out of the dump truck so I can put the riprap in the truck and just dig out of it and not waste so much of it. All the riprap. This is close enough. I'm just gonna scoop it up with the bucket, walk it over here, drop it, make a mess, everything, and try to not drive over it, mash it in the ground. Go ahead and put the fabric down. Go ahead and do this first little dissipator pad into the pond. Some attachments. Got plenty of attachments. Got it. That's what I love about having the right equipment. You get it set up to be, the way it needs to be. You can just stop, grab a little piece of rock like that, carry on. Probably putting a little bit of dirt right here in this meadow strip to raise it up a little bit between all the traffic driving over it, and Gotta haul the sand. It's gonna end up lower than the pond and be a soft, muddy spot. So I'll end up putting some dirt in there to kind of raise that up just a little bit. So, all right, well, about 3 more scoops of rock, and that should be enough for that. So the owner wants to do a couple little aquatic shelves, about a foot deep or so. Might be a touch more than a foot deep. That way some plants can be planted and kind of give all the little baby fish a place to hide out. So I'm going to kind of bench a couple little shelves in to the head section up here, because that is where the bank is the softest and the shallowest, so it kind of only makes sense to put it right here. And I told him if he doesn't like it, it'd be easy to dig back out and fix. Back in where it doesn't make the pond look stupid. Had a nice kind of radius in here, just trying to funnel it back in where it looks like it was meant to be and not an afterthought. Over here and start from this side and pull my way back. Back into that other one I have, so I'm going to take it, try something different here, and just kind of walk and dig like so. There we go. I like that transition better. That way it doesn't look like it was just kind of like, hey, let's dig 4 feet out of the bank here and make a shelf. Makes sense. It gives the little bait fish a place to kind of hang out up here and not be wiped out by the bigger fish. cut this out, and this stuff is real sandy, so I'm not really too worried about putting any more sand or anything down on top of it, because you can just see how much it's washed. It's got plenty of sand in it. That'll make a good bedding material. Alright, well, I'm going to finish this up and go over there and do another one on the other side. Go ahead and put my fabric in, and I have the riprap loaded into the dump truck. Bring it up here and go ahead and put that in. I think the humidity is about 9,000% today. It's freaking hot. So, took the laser and marked out the edge of the pond, and I'm cutting out where the beach is going to go. This is pretty sandy topsoil, so I'm going to spread it in there. He wanted it a little bit shallower for the kids, so it wasn't quite so deep. We're going to put in about 8 inches of sand. So I'm kind of undercutting this out. I will take the skid steer and grate all this out, because it just slicks it up a lot nicer, and also kind of tracks it in where it packs it. Those rubber tracks. So cut that just a little bit. About 8 inches deep. Then I will let's just check and see. Well, I got the wrong bucket on here. That's 6/10, so that's pretty close to 8 inches. That's going to stick up a little bit more, which I won't, so that's fine. This will be beach right here, cut out, sand, and a nice little play area right there. Where my line go right there? Too far. Just kind of smear that in there. Like I said, that will help soften that slope up a little bit, and then put another 8 inches of sand on there. Just trying to get it where it's not too deep. Cutting this out, and I'll get on the skid steer and dress all this up. So riprap, I went ahead and put that in the ditch back there behind the dam, loading up the load of brush. Ended up having about a load and a half, so I'm going to run over here and dump that, come back and get the second load, and then clean up what's left of the riprap and dump a couple piles in the pond. Then it'll be lunchtime. So let's load the last little bit of brush here. cleanup bucket on, so it's a little bit awkward, but it is working. I'm not done with it. No, it's not going to take the bucket off. Just to load 2 loads of brush. I'm going to do this, load up that rock, grab lunch, and then come back and I need to cut out a little bit more for the beach, where it's going to go, kind of get that ready for fabric and sand. Hopefully it's supposed to rain tonight, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much and make a mess of that. Put some more rock in the pond, a couple more little structure things. Then I'm probably going to take the skid steer. Well, I'll probably take the dozer, and if it is going to rain, run over the head section up there where we put the drain tile in Saturday, and kind of slick that up. And then I may, if I have time, run over the pond dam with the ruckus rake, kind of start cleaning all that up, getting everything nice and ready for seed. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on it, because if it rains a lot, I'll have to run over it again, and that's just wasting time. But I'll at least run over the pond dam, because it needs several passes made on it. And then if it does rain, I'll just make one more over it, just to kind of fluff it up a little bit, so the seed will have a nice bed to lay into. I am taking this up there towards close to the building pad I did. There's a few more trees he wants to take down up there, so I will have another burn pile up there. Let's just add this to it. Smooth edge bucket, it still kind of cleans up pretty good. Can I reach it? I got it. Might have a little more dirt in it, but I got it. Go dump that, and then load up the rock, and then unload the trailer. Well, I've been slacking on the videos this afternoon, but put the rake on the skid steer, and I've done all the way around the pond. I've done the head section, the meadow strips up there, that whole far side, the pond dam, and this edge right here. I'll hit this again before I seed, but yeah. Looks really good up there. Got my rock piles put in. Nice little dissipator pad right there as it comes in off that meadow strip. The beach is cut out. I'm gonna actually take the dozer up there. There's like 6 loads of topsoil up there on that building pad. I'm gonna spread that out and pretty much call it a day. Bring the fabric tomorrow and get that put down for the beach. And pond is pretty much done, other than starting, and I mean the pond is done, and I'll probably start working on undercutting some for the road. So I ran all down that edge right here and got it all nice and smooth. They got beans planted. They're out here planting all the beans today. So I had them go ahead and plant all that right there so that I don't have to worry about seeding that. We've added that much more to the field there and all over there as well. So farmer has actually gained some ground and has saved me about probably at least an acre of having to put seed out. So as you can tell from like right here over, I'm going to seed all that, and that'll leave a nice buffer around the pond to kind of help prevent erosion and keep everything nice and stabilized. And this up here really turned out nice. I can't believe how much it has dried out. There was a little bit of water coming out from those pipes right there when I started, but it was actually dry enough to run over that with the skid steer and rake everything and not leave any ruts. So yeah, I'm super happy with the way all that's turned out.